Hello again, boys and girls. Miss Harling here. I want to read this story to you. It's called If You Were a Polygon. It's by Marcy Aboff and it's illustrated by Sarah Dillard. If you were a polygon. We've been talking so much about that. We know that a polygon has to be a flat, two-dimensional figure, but it must have line segments and angles. Polygon, a flat closed figure with three or more straight sides. If you were a polygon, you could be found on the street or up in the sky or on a house. Look at those polygons, flat, two-dimensional figures with three or more sides or line segments. If you were a polygon, you would be a flat closed figure with three or more sides. All your sides would be straight. These are non-polygon tables. Look at that circular table. Look at that kidney-shaped table. Okay, those are kind of curvy. Anything that has curves are not polygons. Pete and Patty shop for a new kitchen table. Some tables are polygons, some are not. Think about that table we have, or both of the tables we have in our classroom, boys and girls, where Miss Harling would take a small group. I have a white table that you could write on with the wipe off markers, and I have a wooden table, and they're both curved, so they're not polygons. Polygon tables. The pink polygon table is perfect, but all of those tables are polygons. This blue one is a pentagon table. That red one is 6 sides. That's a hexagon table. You have a rectangular purple table. You have a blue triangle table, and you have a pink table that they're going to buy because they say it's perfect, and it's a square. If you were a polygon, you could be a regular polygon. All your sides would be the same length. All your angles would be the same measure too. Piper obeys each regular polygon she sees. She stops at a stop sign. She waits at a yield sign. So these polygons are what we call regular polygons because they have the same number of sides, are all the same length, and all the angles would measure the same. And she slows down at the crossing sign to let her friends pass safely. There's another polygon. That's a diamond shape, or really it's a square. All the sides are the same. That's a regular polygon. I see some parallel lines in there too, as they're walking or going across. If you were a polygon, you could be an irregular polygon. All of your sides would not be the same length, or your angles would not be the same measure. Howard, Hillary, and their 3 little hippos fly kites at the park. Let's see the kites. Oh yeah. These are irregular polygons. All the sides are not the same. All the angles are not the same. So they are polygons, but they're irregular. It says each kite is an irregular polygon. I see stars, diamonds. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see a hexagon. If you were a polygon, the points at which your sides meet would be called vertices. One point is called a vertex. Ozzy and his friends cut paper stars and hang them. So these are polygons too, and the points at which the sides meet are called vertices. One point would be called a vertex. Here's some more. Each star has 12 points or vertices. If you were a polygon, you would be a triangle. You would have 3 sides. It says, Dougal draws his dream home. The roof is shaped like a triangle. And then you can see some other polygons in there, can't you? He put the name of his house, Dougal. That's inside of a rectangle. He's got a small square there for a window. He's got a door. Those are all polygons. The face of the house in yellow, that's a square. That's a polygon too. If you were a polygon, you could be a square or a rectangle. You would have 4 sides. Dougal draws square windows. The door is shaped like a rectangle. Kind of what I just said, right? All polygons. Closed, have straight sides. If you were a polygon, you could be a pentagon. You would have 5 sides. The forest animals welcome their new bird neighbors. Oh, that looks like something else I read to you in another book. The welcome sign is a pentagon. It has 5 sides. Doesn't that also look like a home base that we talked about in the other story that I read to you? Squirrels, 5 squirrels hold a sign shaped like a pentagon. So that's definitely a polygon. 5 sides, it's closed, it's flat. If you were a polygon, you could be a hexagon with 6 sides, or you could be a heptagon with 7 sides. 6 rabbits hold a sign shaped like a hexagon. I wonder why it was 6 rabbits holding the hexagon welcome sign. Glad you're here. 7 mice hold a heptagon sign. 7 mice, 7 sides to a heptagon. If you were a polygon, you could be an octagon. You would have 8 sides. Ollie the octopus sleeps in a bed shaped like an octagon. Makes sense. Octagons are 8-sided. Octopus have 8 legs, and he's sleeping on a bed that has 8 sides. Isn't that cute? If you were a polygon, you could be a nonagon. You would have 9 sides. Carly and her 8 sisters sleep in a nonagon-shaped bed. Each cat gets 1 side of the bed. So you know each side is 9 sides. All the angles are 9. It's flat. It's 2-dimensional. It is a polygon. Cool. If you were a polygon, you could be a decagon. You would have 10 sides. Oh, that looks like a cute picture frame with 10 sides. Beautiful paintings hang in the Decagon Museum. Each painting has 10 sides, so I guess it's a painting, not necessarily a picture frame. But there's different shapes of decagons, but they just have to have 10 sides. See if you can count them all. You would have at least 3 straight sides. Again, you must have at least 3 straight sides in order to be a polygon. If you have 3 or more, that definitely qualifies you as being a polygon. So here are some shapes that have 3 or more. The star, the frame, that's a decagon. The kite, it has 4. The stop sign, that's an octagon, it has 8. And this triangular table has 3. So 3 or more, you're a polygon. So it says spot the polygons. It says, look at the shapes below. How many are polygons? Of the shapes that are polygons, how many are regular polygons? How many are irregular? So if we look at number 1, is that a polygon? Yes, it has at least 3 sides. It's flat. It's 2-dimensional. Number 2, is that a polygon? Yes, it has the same number of sides and the same number of angles. It's also closed. Let's see. Number 3, they're all polygons, but we know how to spot the shapes below and name them. They're all polygons, but of them, how many are regular and how many are irregular? Now remember, in order for it to be a regular polygon, all the sides have to be the same length. If it is irregular, all the sides are not the same. So for number 1, that's regular. All the sides are the same on that triangle. For number 2, that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a hexagon. All the sides on that hexagon are the same length. That is regular. What about number 5? Is that a regular or an irregular polygon? That's definitely irregular. All the sides are not the same length. What about number 3? That's a kite, which is considered a geometric term or a geometry term. It's not really a diamond. You could call it a kite. But all the sides on that kite are not the same length, so that's an irregular polygon. Still a polygon, but all the sides are not the same. What about number 4, the square? Yes, that's a regular polygon. And then number 6, if you look at it, what do you think? That is, if we look at the back, because it gives us the answers, it says right here that 1, 3, 5, and shape 6 is not a polygon. Well, that looks like a circle to me, boys and girls. The circles are not considered polygons because they only have curves. They don't have straight sides. All right, my friends, this is, I believe, the end of our book. And then they've got some things here, the glossary of the different terms. Now, there's some terms on here we haven't talked about. Decagon, 10 sides. Heptagon has 7. We talked about irregular polygons. I talked about that with you in another book. Nonagon, 9 sides. And we've talked about everything else on here, but there's some new terms there of different polygons that we don't really talk too much about, but they exist. All right, and then they give you some information about some other ways you can learn about polygons and some internet sites if you want to pause the video and look those up if you'd like. All right, I hope that you enjoyed the story. If you were a polygon, think about it. There's so many in our world. Irregular polygons and regular polygons. All are polygons though. Flat, straight, more than 3 sides. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.